Your guide to surviving your first year as a white belt. I'm going to assume that you went through the trouble of finding a qualified gym to train in when you first started training. One thing that the instructor needs to be is as close as possible to the source. Has an IBJJF certification and actually trained with an instructor that he received his black belt from. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has been in the States long enough that there's no reason to not have trained with a legitimate black belt. Okay, now the first thing to do is learn the basics. When I say the basics, I mean the history of Jiu-Jitsu even. I think anytime you're learning martial arts, you should do some research, where the art came from and the important people that helped to start it. I remember being in the 7th or 8th grade and reading about the great wrestlers from Greek times. And just being kind of like the sense of an amazement from, reading about their feats, and this is something that happened 3,000 years ago, well, 3,000 years ago. And I'm, sitting in a classroom in South Dakota reading about it. And there was just something about that helped to motivate me and aspire to be great. Learn the basics. Take privates or do research, watch tapes, whatever it is, so that you can learn the basics, the pure basics of jiu-jitsu. You should have the goal of, that you should understand basically the understanding of, what each position, what is my goal from each position. I shouldn't be trying to collar choke a guy if I'm inside of his guard, etc. The next thing is learn to tap early. There's nothing like having an injury, where I can't train. I want to train, but I can't train because I'm injured because I was stupid and I didn't tap. So make sure that you tap early. It just makes life so much easier. Save holding off on tapping for tournaments, and even tap then. Make friends with your classmates. After a lifetime of training, for me, all of my friends have trained at some point in time. I literally can't really look around. I think I have one friend that has never trained, and he's a motorcycle guy, and so that's like, that's a little bit different. The motorcycle guys, they're always a little bit different. So, making friends with your classmates, helps to motivate each other, etc. The next thing is writing down your goals. I think in life that, writing down your goals is really, really important, and jiu-jitsu is no different. Taking the time to write down exactly where I want to be a year from now, and setting these goals and then reverse engineering a plan on how to get there. That's the other thing is the goal is something that you have out there. But as soon as it's written down, you should immediately start figuring out how I'm going to get there. I can say that I want to play for the Dallas Cowboys, but that's not realistic. And even if I have the greatest plan, I'm too old, 40 years old. But, I can say that I want to become, world champion in jiu-jitsu and reverse engineer on how to get there. It's okay. I'm right here, right now. I want to stand there. Okay, so first thing I want to do is win the world championships. Well, how do I do that? I got to go start winning all my tournaments. Well, how do I get in shape to, well, I got to, find an instructor, etc., etc., etc. So make sure you do those things. The next thing is find a mentor in the gym. Somebody that's down a similar path as you, that you can relate to, and that'll help to motivate you to achieve your goals. In the beginning, motivation isn't that hard to come by, but having someone that holds you to your goals and wants to see you succeed, is priceless. The next thing is to have fun. Remember that we're all in this together, and that in the end, no one gets out of this life alive. Everybody dies. We have an expiration date. BJJ should be fun. That's why you're there. It's like yes, you're learning self-defense. Yes, you're learning a valuable skill. Yes, you're making friends. But it's like at the end of the day, it should be fun. And it's like, jiu-jitsu has changed my life. I would not live in Texas. I wouldn't be married to the wife that I have. I wouldn't have the kids that I have. There is absolutely nothing that has in my life that hasn't been affected by jiu-jitsu. Now, that's an extreme case, but jiu-jitsu, that's the power of jiu-jitsu. It affects everything. And the first thing that I I loved jiu-jitsu. I always had fun, so it's like, make sure that you're having fun. Good luck, guys. I hope to see you and hear from you a year from now.